I need you to shout at me. I need to wake up. So I'll shout at you. Come on. Man United, they don't want us to win it there.
Exactly.
We all went nuts. But I couldn't stay out because I did my leg.
So, how you doing?
All good.
Good. Listen, this is your life Arsenal edition. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do here. Do you remember this day? Like snazzy as well. Absolutely loving the suit. It's a massive move moving from Tottenham to Arsenal. How hard do you think it was to keep it a secret that you was moving from over to Arsenal to come play for us?
I just think there were trusted lines, really. One of the reasons why, because it wasn't really done until late on.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why. So there was nothing to kind of...
Or was it like...
Yeah, it wasn't nothing to kind of really talk about until at the end, really. So it wasn't like it was all pre-done 6 months ago.
Yeah.
No. You know, Arsenal's Arsenal. He was, you know, very open-minded. He wanted me at the club, and also David Dean as well. They were a big part of it. And you know, me being there, it kind of just fitted in. You know, that's the thing, really. You need to, you know, not only go to a club, but how do you fit in a club?
Yeah. Normally, I see you as a quite serious. You know, you demand respect and all that stuff. But I want to know why these lot are behind you laughing.
They are laughing because it's the first time I'm playing. It's the first time. For me, it's all about getting on and just playing and just get going, get into the groove. I was kind of coming off a big injury as well.
Yeah.
I was been out for a while. But then it's the banter.
It must have been interesting, the banter at the beginning when you came.
Yeah, but it's light-hearted and I don't mind because it's the characters. Rough and ready, but gentlemen at the same time. So I mean, it's a nice balance. And for me, I'm used to that. If I haven't got characters who want, you know, who want to work and know the balance between work, rest and play, that's what I want.
Okay. What a header. This is you climb as high as the crossbar.
Yeah, I know.
Do you remember scoring your first goal?
Do you know what? I've looked at this game and I said to myself, you know what? We're 1-0 down then as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, to kind of get back in, the feeling, in a big London derby
massive.
as well.
It's like Chelsea.
It's a big London derby, huge, and you know, title contenders as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So you know, it's to get that and to kind of open your account, it's incredible. You know, you can't. I'm not saying you can top it in your Champions League goals and things like that. But for me, the first one is always the sweetest one.
Yeah. I also heard, did you start off as a striker?
I started, you know, sweeper, defender, forward, midfield.
Oh, okay. So everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere except goalkeeper. Except goalkeeper. But you know, that's why I understand the game a lot more, because I did play, not just train, but I played throughout my youth career, and I did a cycle. And then I said, that's it. You know, when I was about 21, 20, I said, no, not moving around anymore, and that's it. So, but I did a good kind of circle of all positions and playing.
Beautiful picture, yeah. Old Trafford, yeah. Winning the league at Old Trafford. Got Ashley Cole next to you, one of your...
And Patrick running in the distance, getting them some on our shoulders and all that.
Absolutely
so,
love that.
That was a special game for us. Tough game.
For you, for me too.
Yeah, but also because Man United, they don't want us to win it there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
They don't want us to win it there.
Oh,
they say, "Look, win it next week."
Not here. No way.
So, you know, is the bliss, the adulation, the kind of the feeling flowing through your body, the joy. The joy that you know, you roll back the hard. All the hard work you've done, all the ups and downs within the season, and you know, climbing to the top, staying at the top, being knocked down, and going again, playing fantastic football. You know, disappointment as well, and then getting there and kind of one more game. You know, this is the game to kind of get us over the line.
What was your feelings like rolling up to Old Trafford? Like,
we're confident, but obviously you've got to be aware.
Yeah.
You can't be too relaxed, and you know, but then at the same time, Man United's probably nervous as well, because they're thinking
they can't win it here.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, and the fans and all that. So for us, it was a very tight game, and cat and mouse, and making sure you didn't make mistakes. And if you're not careful, the kind of game just goes past you.
Yeah.
If the game keeps on going past you, you almost lose the moment, and that's when the occasion gets too much for you.
Yeah.
And then mistakes start creeping in. So you've got to, as the game's going on, you've got to be in total control of your feelings, the environment, and kind of separate it. Because if you allow the whole occasion to kind of get a grip of you,
you could lose out.
You can kind of, you can run out of steam in 70, 80 minutes, and then you wonder why do people make mistakes? So 70, 80 minutes, in the vital moment. So you've got to keep yourself together because of the magnitude of the game, and say let's just get over the line here, and we did, and it's fantastic for us. That year was a double year as well.
Yeah, that was a big year. You know what I would have loved to be, because now you see it when people win titles, you see the dressing room.
We all went nuts.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, we all went nuts. But I couldn't stay out because I did my leg.
No.
Solskjaer, so on the edge of the box, I had to do a block tackle. My pad was slightly to the side, but I didn't know. And I said, right, I had to make the tackle. I said, you're not getting through here.
Yeah, no way.
You're not getting through here.
Yeah.
And he's missed the ball and it went straight down my shin. And so I had 4 or 5 inches, about 3-4 inches scar, which went straight into my. I don't want to get too gory, but when you start seeing the white flesh, it went that deep.
It's a problem.
So I had to play on for about another 15, 20 minutes with a massive gap. I still got it because it's quite thin. Your skin's thin there. But I said, you're not getting through here.
So you
saw that bit, but then I had to go in. It was like started. The blood was coming out, so I had to get it all sewn up, and then I went out afterwards. But the feeling was amazing.
I've always wondered what it was like defending against these two in training every week.
The good thing for me is those guys really pushed you, but I pushed them as well.
Yes, okay.
And so you what happens is they plan. You obviously playing against them and things like in training, and they're doing things that they know when they've got you on the hook, and they really take advantage. So you get better and better. But then for me, it's you playing against these guys, and they don't get away with things, and they have to elevate their performances. When they meet other teams, they're used to someone on them all the time. But then when they play against another opposition, they might have a little bit of the moment to kind of right, we've got to go for it, and they go for it because they know if we don't go for it, we might not get another chance. Yeah, but usually they get another chance. But that's the best thing, to be pushing each other in training, so it elevates your level to another level.
Yeah. Also, your first season winning the Premier League. What was it like? Your first season, double.
What more could I ask for? It's so special to kind of win all that in under a year.
Yeah.
It's so special, and for me, the kind of release of pressure that I was under that particular year, and to come out for that season with 3 trophies, and the double is still special in the English hearts and minds. Winning the double is always good. It shows the consistency and the hard work all the players put in that particular season.
It also must feel like great vindication that you came your first season and you was able to carry on.
I think for me, it shows my decisions on football was valid, and I came through, and I will never forget that season. I mean, that's such a special season.
I always wanted to know, do you miss the tunnel? Look how tight it is in there. I was thinking that teams, when they go into that tunnel and they look across, you've got Sol Campbell, you've got Vieira, all these big guys, you're scared before you even hit the pitch.
I think a lot of players a lot of teams will say, well, just keep it tight and keep it to a minimum kind of thing.
Just keep the score down, lads.
Yeah, but for me, in a way, Arsenal and the Highbury was fantastic, history there. But I honestly believe if it was a slightly bigger pitch, if it was a pitch like now, the Emirates,
Yeah, yeah.
I think we would have won a lot more games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when you think that team could move.
Yeah, and the pockets you used to play in as well.
We needed, you know, and then when we played on bigger pitches, you know, back then people just lock in and like,
Yeah.
2 banks of 4, or if it's like a 4-5-1. Imagine if they had another 2-3 meters either side.
Big Paddy. Yeah, big Patchy. Obviously, when you came, Tony Evans was the captain at the time, and then
And then Patrick took over.
Yeah, but then you came from Tottenham as a captain as well.
For Tony, I watched Tony and played with Tony, obviously with England.
Yeah.
And such a top defender. He's been, at the top, gone through so much, and still, managed to produce amazing performances under all that pressure. And hats off to Tony. He's a fantastic, England captain and the Arsenal captain. And then Patrick, just followed suit. He was, very commanding and things like that. But one thing Patrick wanted, he wanted me to shout at him all the time. He said, "So, shout at me, shout at me, shout at me, wake me up."
Yeah.
He used to love that. He said, I need you to shout at me. I need to wake up. I said, I'll shout at you. Come on.
That's what I love, because though he has the armband, there's other leaders in the team.
Yeah, it's good.
So,
it's good.
like you said before, other players were pushing other players.
Yeah.
So, I love that from Patrick. What was it like being managed by Arsene Wenger?
I think Arsene, he's everyone says he's a professor and he wants to do things right. And he brought a lot of fantastic things to Arsenal, and also English football as well.
Yeah.
And in time, he's a lot of things will be credited to him. But I think in time people will realise, and I think also Arsenal fans will realise, the quality he brought at the time. And he moved Arsenal. He was a visionary, new training ground. He was a part of the new ground, keeping in the Champions League. We've tried to keep up with some of the big hitters. He maintained the quality.
I remember seeing Henry said that when he came to Arsenal, it made him a more intelligent player. Did you feel that when you came to Arsenal, that happened with you? Did it raise your game?
For me, that's the best thing for me. There was identity. There was discipline. There were good characters in the club. There were the gentlemen, but they were hard as nails, the guys, and everybody had that winning mentality. So it's perfect to drop into that, and that's what I want. That's what I needed. That's what I craved. I needed an environment, to suit my mentality as well, and where I want to go, not where you think I want to go, where I want to go.
Brilliant.
Because it's my career, and I want to get to the top and stay at the top as long as possible.
Got Kolo Toure here, obviously one of your partners, and Martin Keown here as well. I wanted to know, because obviously if you put these guys together, they'll create an absolute beast of defender. What's one thing you would take from each of them?
Martin Keown is honest as the day is long. And he wants to just give it his all, and that's and he's a fierce competitor as well. He wanted to win every game. He wanted to make sure he was doing it right as well. Always wanted reassuring, but he's a confident guy and and a winner. And in Kolo, just the enthusiastic about football, learning, smile on his face. I want to keep on doing well. I'm here. I want to learn. I want to take every bit of of energy out of this, and then put it back in with love and being sincere. And he was just a delight to play with.
Winning the Premier League unbeaten as well. No other team has done that yet. What was it like?
Some really good pictures. You got to send me these.
Come
ones.
on.
That's me having a massage after I always love my massages.
Yeah, winning the league unbeaten. What was that? What's that like? And still the record holds with us.
It's such a special kind of moment in life. At the time, you don't really know. It doesn't really sink in straight away.
Yeah.
You're thinking about, we've won the league and fantastic.
Next game.
It's only when you look back now, you reflect back how special and how unique of the feat we kind of we accomplished, really. I feel those accolades they choose you. You don't go out and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. This one is like, because you can hit the post and hit this, and then someone can get a lucky win, and it happens. Like, how did we lose that?
Yeah.
I think you've got to have the right ingredients, you've got to have the right players, you've got to have the right attitude and the right environment. But a lot of teams have had that over the decades, and not done it. I'll never forget it.
Listen, you said you started off as a striker, yeah? Look at this here. Absolute screamer. Yeah?
Technique, everything.
Like, what even makes you...
What makes you laugh? There's Lua in the background.
Yeah.
And he's fucking saying, do you know what? Yeah, Sol's not going to do that.
Yeah, he's going to do that.
I'll show you what I can do. Just give me the space and I'll show you. And but I used to do that all the time. Because sometimes, sometimes when you've got players who can do it for you, you kind of just, I could just do my stuff now. And just defend. And before, sometimes I had to do everything, be defender, midfielder, goal scoring. When you get to a bigger team that know what they're doing, like, you work less.
Yeah, okay.
The bigger games, you might have to, I've got to ramp it up now and go to another, put a couple more gears and go fifth and, sixth gear and go. But when you're in this scenario in a proper team, you're probably in third gear. You don't have to, because everyone's kind of cruising and making the right decision, the time and the tackle, the goals. It's it's not a big effort. And then when the bigger team comes in, then the whole team elevates. And you're like, okay, I've got a couple more gears to go. Because you're playing against teams that are at sixth gear and you're at 3.
Okay.
You're just like,
it's true.
And then when the bigger teams come in, then you go, go fourth and fifth, and then you go on. You want teams and players who got more gears to come, not fully maxed out. And you can't win if the team's fully maxed out every week. You're not going to win.
Obviously, that year we won the FA Cup, but then I remember you was injured at the beginning of the season. You came back and scored a brace against Everton. This must have been really, really special to you. Look at this. Big headers as well.
It's always nice. It's score a hat-trick. I'd love to score a hat-trick. That'd be good.
Yeah, I was thinking, you probably thought, because these were both scored in the first half, you thought, I'm getting my hat-trick.
I'm going to get one, another one. But for me, just coming back from injury and scoring a couple of goals, it's always nice, Clean sheet, score 2 goals, played well. The only thing is I didn't score a hat-trick.
You know what?
I think it's my birthday. I think it was my birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just turned 31 or something like that, yeah.
We end it here with the lovely gold.
I think it's a nice gesture for everybody to have, a trophy. I think we should be celebrated, and Premier League. I think they should do this for every player who played. I want one of those. I don't. Arsenal's got one. The club's got. Arsenal's got one. I want one. We should have one. I mean, I don't want to. I want something. Oh yeah, I've got one. I can see that. I mean, you got a medal and things like that, but I want one.
Listen, we're going to petition for you.
Honestly, I think they should, because it's not going to happen every other season, so they're not going to be out of pocket. They should have. Everyone who played in that season should have one.
You know what I thought was quite interesting is that you didn't spend that much time at Arsenal, it's quite good, but when you get legend status, some people feel you need to be there 10 years, 15 years, whereas your time was quite short, but you was able to capture the hearts of all Arsenal fans and get that legend status. That must be feels great to you that you did it in half the time of some legends that are legends at the club.
I think it's the stuff, obviously the move and the things that, the kind of amazing football, and it was a special time, and, unbeaten and doubles and leagues and...
but that's gold status though, really.
So all those things wrapped up in a very short space of time. Yeah. I think it shows, I'm not, rested on my laurels. I want to get the job done.
Oh, mate. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure, Sol, going through your life. This is your life, Arsenal edition. So thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. That's why I want my trophy. Yeah. I think they should give every single player a trophy.